Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel for day 2 of Vlogmas, December the 2nd. So today's prompt: what minor arcana card makes you think of the holiday season? I'm going to cheat a little bit again because I'm also going to put in a court card or some court cards, and you'll see why in a minute. So my minor arcana card, now I'm going to show you some paintings I've done because I've been sharing my toy tarot, which is oil painting, but last year I also wanted to not only learn how to use oils but to get to grips with using watercolors as well. So I'm actually painting 2 tarot decks. I'm painting one in oils, the toy tarot, and I'm trying to paint a moon tarot deck. And there are 2 paintings here that relate to the cards. So this is a Morrigan inspired watercolor of the 3 of Swords. This is my 3 of Swords, and if I was going to pick any minor arcana card, it's the 3 of Swords, because the 3 of Swords for me, I do read it as heartbreak, but also of waking up to a decision that you need to make that's going to break your heart. In the 2 of Swords we see a decision needing to be made. In the 3 of Swords there's the extra sword coming in, which pierces your heart. It's the hard truth that you have to face. In my 3 of Swords I depicted the Morrigan in there because the Morrigan supported me through a journey of having to wake up to see hard truths that did break my heart, and for me that path of healing and coming out of confusion and gaslighting and into truth is linked to holiday season. There was more clarity around holiday season on my truth, my reality, that I was denying for so long. So the 3 of Swords, I know it's a strange card to pick for holiday season, but it is the path that I've walked. So what do I mean the holiday season made it more real? Well, I went from a 12-year relationship where I was not valued at all. I can remember one Christmas being asked to buy hundreds of pounds worth of presents, and in return I got given a pile of his nan's unused pants, I'm not even joking, and a bag of birdseed. And I went straight from that relationship to another relationship where it was even worse. In my family I was buying presents every year, and my family were even refusing to take the presents off me, even though I was turning up with presents every year. Just toxicity everywhere, any excuse to make me feel unimportant. It really was a heartbreak time, absolutely balanced against the magic that me and my kids would be having. So it took me a long time to wake up to the fact that this wasn't on me and this treatment wasn't anything I'd caused, and that I was actually in this toxic mess, and just to decide I needed to protect my kids from it. That took me on a journey with the Morrigan, hence the painting, into truth, which brings me to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, my truth teller, and the other painting that I just happened to have finished is the meeting with the Queen of Swords, and there she is walking through an icy landscape. So the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Swords gets me into completely different territory, into my holiday season now. I didn't stay there. I got trained to not love myself here, and I finally made my way out, and I made it to the Queen of Pentacles. There's a circle on here with a star in. The star is for healing. The circle is the idea that magic always rolls around. It's about circle breaking as well, and it's just about giving love and security and truth and honesty and forgiveness and joy and support to people, with no backstabbing, no repercussions. There are no conditions on the love that I want to give my kids. So this place got me to this place. And I'm also going to not only use the Star Tarot, which those cards are from, but I went to my inner child cards, because healing my inner child and those voices implanted very early on that put me in the territory where I could be mistreated so easily. I had to go back and rescue my inner child, and this deck was brilliant. So I went into this deck and I pulled the 3 cards from this deck, and oh my goodness, let me share this without crying, because I loved this. Okay, the 3 of Swords in the inner child cards. You can see the triangle she's holding is made up of 3 tiny little swords, and she's making music, and a songbird has flown through what looks like almost like a prison window to sing to her. And this is about freedom. The 3 of Swords in this deck is about personal freedom, and it's not about losing a relationship or heartbreak in that way. It's about losing a relationship with yourself, about forgetting how to play your own music, to sing your own song. It's about finding personal freedom to claim self-love back. If these cards don't show you the way that I view the 3 of Swords, and the fact that it does really strongly relate to the way that I got treated in a holiday season and how different things are now, then I don't know what would. I love that. Then I looked at the Queen of Swords, and in this deck, oh my goodness, it's Robin Hood. First of all, reading the card by the image, I had to laugh, because he stood in the woods kind of looking as this carriage of rich people drives past, obviously going to a venue. If that didn't remind me of every single time that I've been excluded from a family event just because they could, I don't know what is. I really laughed. But look, he's holding the treasure. This is a card in this deck all about the truth, seeking out the truth, and not being misled by propaganda or gaslighting or status quo that's just been because it always has. It's about seeing clearly, just like Robin Hood did. He could see the whole picture of society, and he took treasures back. Justice and truth telling on a journey to sing your own song and rediscover self-love. I just loved that card. It's not Robin Hood in this woodland, it's the Queen of Swords, but it definitely is that journey towards justice and truth. And finally, I thought I'd pull out the Queen of Pentacles card to see what card it was in the inner child deck. And look, it could not have been more perfect. Synchronicity is magic. I always say it is pure magic. You've got the hare here representing like fertility and giving and multiplying and beautiful things. For me, that represents my kids, and it represents moving forward. My kids have always said to me, you should really be married to a man like Father Christmas. So and it just made me smile that it was Father Christmas is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. So those are the 3 cards that I wanted to share that link to the holiday season for me. I know that court cards aren't necessarily, well, they're not minor arcana, they're court cards, but I'm throwing those in with the 3 of Swords because it just shows my whole journey. My holiday season really is a journey from something terrible into heartbreaking truth and out into this glorious magic garden, quite literally. I really wanted to share that. It just made me smile that these are some of the first watercolour paintings I've done for my Moon Tarot. Perhaps the Queen of Pentacles needs to be next. So, day 2 of Papa Squirrel's Tarot Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.